Hey, good afternoon. I am Saad Al-Aziz, the owner and head instructor of Semper Fortis Jiu Jitsu here in San Antonio, Texas. And I decided I'm going to start doing a couple of videos on the Pitbull, because as those of you that know me know that I have a Pitbull in my life, Baylor, and he's my best friend. He's a phenomenal dog. I've had dogs in my life. I'm 53 years old, and ever since I was a child, I've always had dogs. I've had all kinds of different breeds, from German Shepherds to Poodles to Pekingese to Dobermans, Rottweilers, Boxers, English Bulldogs, English Bull Terriers. Just the list goes on and on. And I love dogs. But of all the dogs I've ever had, Baylor the Pitbull, he's the best. And he as you can see, he's enjoying life here in the grass. And he just enjoys life. He loves life. He loves the family, and he keeps it safe. And part of the reason I want to do some stuff on the Pitbulls is twofold. One, because they get in a terrible bad rap. People are like, "Oh, aren't you afraid that like the Pitbull might turn on your family?" And it's like, no, I absolutely am not afraid the Pitbull will turn on my family. He loves the family, and they're phenomenally loyal dogs. Last night I was walking him. It was a crazy thing, which is really what spurred me to do this, because there was two things. One, somebody posted some nonsense on social media about, oh, pit bulls will turn on you. They're vicious dogs. They can't be trusted. They shouldn't be allowed. They should be banned. And it always aggravates me when I read trash like that, because it's just uninformed. And then, well, the other event that happened was I was walking him last night. And a lot of times I walk him after I teach class at the jiu-jitsu school. And so I'm walking him through the neighborhood, and it's probably about 12 o'clock at night, because it's usually late by the time I get home, and then I take him for a walk. Plus, here in Texas, it gets so hot that I can't walk him on the hot pavement during the afternoon, so I have to wait for the evening so I don't burn his feet. So we get to walking, and we end up, I hear like a child or maybe a teenager calling for their dog to come back, and I look over, and across the street, here comes this large Doberman making a beeline towards me and Baylor, growling and barking on us. And I'm like, oh, like it was such a surprise, nothing I expected. And the only thing I could do is just drop the leash and let Baylor defend himself, because I'm not sure if the dog was coming after me or whether it was coming after Baylor. And so I was like, so I just let go of the leash. And then the two dogs, they end up in like this ball of action as they go at it. And then I hear the Doberman yelp, and then he manages to get free of Baylor, and he sprints away, and Baylor gets up, and he's in hot pursuit, chasing this Doberman down. And then this guy comes out of his house, totally oblivious to what has just occurred, and he's like, "Hey, have you seen a Doberman around here?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. he just got into a fight with my dog, and now my dog's chasing him down the street." He's like, "Oh man, I hope your dog's okay." I'm like, "Dude, I hope your Doberman's okay," because Dobermans, people don't understand dogs and their like their skill sets. Like, Dobermans are not a good match for a pit bull. Like, it wasn't going to go well for the Doberman, and it did not go well for the Doberman. And I've seen cases where like German Shepherds attack pit bulls. It goes bad for the German Shepherds. Even Rottweilers. People think, "Oh, this big Rottweiler, he'll do great against the pit bull." No, he won't. And so you should not allow that to happen, if you care about your dog. And I never want to see my dog fight, because I love this guy. But he will protect the family, and he's totally dedicated. And this is his day. After a night of fighting, he's like, yeah, he's just laying, getting some sun, just enjoying life. And he might be just a little bit too casual. But the moral of the story is they're wonderful dogs. They're wonderful protectors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start talking about the history of the pit bull and put some information out about the dogs. And because there's so much misinformation about the pit bull, and I think like what I would like to do is just be a better advocate for the dog. Man, I got this shirt in the mail. Oh, it came in today, and like a kid. Of course, I had to open it right up and be like, hey, and I'm throwing it on. And what it says, it came from a company called Avocado Tea. I'm not in any way affiliated or making any money off this company. But what the shirt says is, he is your friend, your partner, your defender, your dog. You are his life, his love, his leader. He will be yours faithful and true to the last beat of his heart. You owe it to him to be worthy of such devotion. And I could not have said it better. So when I saw this t-shirt, I was like, gotta order. I think it showed up on my Facebook feed or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta add this to my collection. So I'm gonna start talking about the pit bull. Matter of fact, I got a coffee cup with pit bull on it. It's like, never underestimate an old man and a pit bull. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start talking about the history of the pit bull and their origins, and I'm gonna try to dispel some of the myths about the dog, because they literally are the best dog you can get, in my humble opinion. I've had many dogs throughout my life, and I would just continue to get pit bulls. They're phenomenal. I love him, and he loves the family. He keeps the family safe. I can't say enough good things about him. And so it was spurred from the events of last night, and so now I'm gonna start talking about the pit bull, and maybe I can be a better advocate for him than some of these clowns I see on Facebook and YouTube, where they're getting pit bulls or Rottweilers or Dobermans as like status symbols, maybe to make them look tougher than what they really are. And it's like, those are the kind of people that should not have dogs like that. Like the family that had that Doberman last night. That's not a dog for them. They're not responsible enough to have a Doberman. If they would have had a Chihuahua, that would be better for them. Because now, yeah, the Chihuahuas can be mean. In fact, they will bite you. But the bite's not going to be too bad. So that's what I'm going to talk about. And so just stay tuned for some future videos. And we'll talk about the history of the pit bull, why the pit bull is such a wonderful dog, and why it's so misunderstood. And yeah, that's my plan. All right. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Ciao.